Eres fuerza, hermana. Querida amiga, espero que esta carta te encuentre cuando más la necesitas. Aunque no te conozco, me inspiras por tu fuerza, determinación y voluntad de vivir y existir sin ningún remordimiento. La vida a veces nos pone pruebas muy difíciles que no merecemos y que en realidad no tienen por qué pasar. Te extiendo toda la fuerza que tengo dentro de mí, todo mi furor y todas mis buenas vibras y energías positivas y conceda libertad. Te aseguro que nosotros estamos aquí peleando y luchando por todas ustedes. Todas juntas venceremos. Todo mi amor, Michelle.
My name is Chris Shelley. I grew up in Inglewood and Cerritos, and yeah, I had a pretty good childhood, you know. Yoga, meditation, and exercise with my music in, that's everything. When I went to juvenile hall, I was 17 years old. I have something called polycystic ovarian syndrome. So my ovaries produce testosterone. So when puberty happened, I didn't have a period at all. I got facial hair and my voice dropped. And that was it. Chest hair, I started coming, the whole shebang. I was hairy. I was like, okay. Like, I was okay with it, you know? So it's like, you know, everybody else was trying to change me. I also, blissfully, had my family that was able to come visit me there. And my mother, more than anything, was there every visiting day. So anything that was happening that occurred that she couldn't take care of over the phone, I knew it was going to get handled on Saturday. You know? So I was thankful because that trauma of being segregated and being in lockup, being assaulted, and I was not assaulted by my fellow people. I was assaulted by the staff. The mental abuse and the physical abuse that they endure on you is crazy, and it shouldn't be anything that anybody should ever have to go through. CCWP started visiting me, and I'm part of them today. CCWP is California Coalition for Women Prisoners. They help advocate what you cannot do. Anything within your incarceration that they can help you with, they're gonna try, and they're successful. So I go to Sacramento and speak out for any laws that need to be changed. When it came to the pepper spray, I was downtown inside of City Hall making the statement. And now there's no more pepper spray in juvenile halls like that. Actually, across my chest, I have wounded healer, because at one time I was wounded. But now I'm a wounded healer, because now I'm able to help people. The future, I'm actually looking to be a life coach, and I want to implement exercising in my life coach. So the future is to heal our community. Yeah.
My name is Elle Ladon, and I am a transgender woman. What I love to do most, and that's to empower people. I want to do case management in the LGBT community. I was incarcerated for 10 years. Yes, and I've been out for 3 months. The intake process in prison sucks, because they don't look at you as a transgender. You are a man in a man's prison. So whether you have titties, you are going to stand in a line of 50 people, and you're going to strip down butt naked with everybody else. You're just going to have to deal with it. That puts a transgender in danger. You're just a number. You're a CDC number. You know, they get $49,000 each year for you. Right before I came home, about 2 months before I came home, I moved in with this guy. It was a very, very sexualized relationship. You know what I'm saying? It was really, really based on sex and drugs. And outside of that, he wasn't gay. He wasn't this. He was a gangbanger. He was the God, I can get you killed, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know? And it ended up to where he got so high, he had me in the back of the cell for 2 days straight with a shank to my neck, saying he's gonna kill me. You know, he thinks cameras in the wall and some more shit. And he was gonna kill me. And that was the most fear I ever felt in my life, because I knew I was in a place, prison, that they didn't value me. You know what I mean? Like, if something did happen to me, who's gonna believe me? I bolted out that cell and I ran up to the administration and I said, look, this guy's trying to kill me. I just need to get out of here, you know what I mean? Like, he got rank on the yard, I have to go. They put me in the hole. They penalized me. They gave me a 115 saying that I was fabricating a story, and they tried to add extra days to my sentence so I can be in prison for longer. No one, a tranny and nobody else, a tranny, a white man, a black woman, nobody should have to fight. Not every day someone comes up here and tells you that someone's trying to kill them. You know what I mean? Y'all know that this exists. We're in prison. It happens every single day, you know? I sat in my cell and I made all these plans for myself, but I couldn't find a transitional program to go to. I would write these places or whatever and get denied. So the closer I got home, the more I would prepare myself to get back into the life of prostitution, to get back in the life of hustling and doing what I have to do to survive. I was invited to stay at Menlo House. It's through Sadler Healthcare. They came and got me from the gate and took me to the house. All that shit that you're trying to cover up, or all this stuff that you're trying to numb through drugs or through love or through any of those things, you have to face it. You know what I mean? Because if you don't face it, it's going to eat you up. Face it. Face it. And you're gonna see your strength, you know? And I'm starting to see mine in a major way. I'm really starting to see mine, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud today. I'm happy today.
My name is Fatima Maliki Shabazz. I am an African American trans woman. I am the CEO and president of Fatima Speaks LLC. I'm one of the founding members of the Black and Pink LA chapter. My first love is music and basketball. I like to play. In this stage of my life, my true love is really my passion for activism and advocacy work. Everyone's experiencing it with incarceration is very, very different. So I came into this system fearful, my first time in the system, but my adaptability was almost instantaneous because I had some things that happened to me that was certainly not cool. You know what I'm saying? Some physical attacks, things of that nature, sexual assaults, that kind of shit, right? But very, very quickly I determined that my method of survival was going to be that my level of brutality will exceed the level of brutality of the next person. I was part of what's called the Inmate Advisory Council, and so I got the medical protocols before the rest of the yard did. And I was reading those, and in it there were the procedures that they will and will not allow. There were 9 for trans men and 6 for trans women. And then there were 26 that they would not do because they considered them cosmetic. And I had an issue with that. And so I sued them. And for 3 years we had this long running battle, and they kept trying to steer me in different directions and get you chasing your tail because that's what the department does. And well, 6 months into my new facility, they kicked me out. So in many ways, it's a victory. It's a victory because now the state has an understanding as to what's necessary. You know, out here the fight is very, very different because out here you're dealing with the system at large. Almost all of the time, the people who you are having conversations with, particularly on a political level, are always self-serving. You know, so you have to kind of make things make sense to them, meaning that you have to explain to them in a manner what you need in a manner that says to them that if you agree to this, it'll benefit you as well. Currently, I'm organizing a open forum town hall so that we can discuss issues and concerns of the LGBTQ and the trans population here in the city of Los Angeles. SB 132, which will allow trans inmates in the Department of California, the Department of Corrections in California, to choose their housing when they come into the system. Above all else, do not be afraid if you have access to litigate. Because no inmate anywhere in any system in the United States has ever gotten anything fairly without litigation. You know what I'm saying? The system doesn't change because it just feels a need to be morally competent. The system changes because somebody forces it to change.
My name is Sanaj Journey Jones. I was in foster care pretty much my whole life until 18. And it was a really hard time. It was a time of like a lot of resentment and just trying to figure out who I was. Like partying was my escape at the time. Just like trying to figure out who I was, but then like all I knew was the foster care system. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I ended up going to jail and not coming back out for about 4 years. So I remember telling the POCs, which is the mental health, that I need medication. I felt like, okay, I'm at the lowest point. I'm stripped of everything. I didn't have anything, barely food. I make it so hard, especially for trans people. I found myself staring at this pill, and I was looking at this pill in the hole, and I was like, is this going to be it, or am I going to sit here and fight and do it for the people that have been through this before, do it for the people that are coming after me, do it for the next generation. So I said, you know what, I'm stronger than that, and I ended up writing a song with no beat, and literally it just was, and I said, yeah, yeah. I know what I gotta do, yeah. I know what I gotta do, yeah. Humble when it comes to you. Now that I know the truth, man, it's no excuse, yeah. I know what I gotta do, yeah. I know what I gotta do, yeah. Humble when it come to you. Since you sacrificed for me, yo, I know I got a problem, I can see it and I gotta solve it. Look, I know you won't believe it, but it's been a challenge, yet I get another chance, so I know what I gotta do. Yo, my life was complicated. Growing up a foster child, I was deviated. Sign language all around, gang affiliated. Now I'm in this transition, bound to be hated. From a servant to a lady, I'm just saying. Imagine trying to walk in my shoes, looking just how I look, rapping just like I do, getting hate and belligerence from the men who want you. That make that a contradiction. Swear it got me so afflicted, but yeah, I know what I gotta do. Yeah, I know what I gotta do. Yeah, humble when it come to you. Since you sacrificing me, look, of course I thought about it. When my life is going drinking, dropping out of college, popping bottles every night like I really got it. Instagramming everything like I'm really popping, but no money in my pocket. Now I'm sitting in this pen, writing with my pen. Look around, all I see is sin, not a single friend. My addiction creeping again, damn I let it win. On my knees, praying to the Lord if I get another chance. I promise that Benji gon' get it right. Perfecting the way I love, like perfecting words when I write. I just bought a pair of glasses, I got blessings in my sight. For my people still behind bars, freedom's in the mind, y'all. Look, I know what I gotta do. Yeah, I know what I gotta do. Say, I know what I gotta do. See, now that I know the truth, man, it's no excuse. They weren't equipped with transgenders at all. Like, yeah, there was some there, but there were so many things that were out of order. Like, men were running in and out of the showers, you know, the trans women, you know, were there, but it's like, okay, now we're being sexualized. Like, we just need to educate the guards. I think we deal with the COs a lot. We need to create more programs for trans women. I was a part of the leadership for transgenders in San Quentin. I got a change within the showers. So we had a designated hour for our own showers there. I started a program and it was called Wings of Love. And it was pretty much a transgender empowerment group. There's still so much work to do because there's 23 prisons. Yeah. So what about all these other prisons that the girls go to? You know, how are they being treated there? So many trans people who have succumbed to the hand of, you know, being criminalized because of sex work. When we tell our bosses, no, please call me she, and they want to call me he, so they fire me instead of trying to figure out how to work with me. It needs to be decriminalized so that we're not put in jail, so we're not put in prison for sex work, because that's the only thing that we have to turn to sometimes. I want everybody to know, no matter how you call me or what you see, that I'm fearless and that I love myself. But I wasn't always that confident, fearless person. That's it.